Hello, my beautiful friends. So we have a fun little thing to talk about today. Okay, so this is a hard thing. This is a hard thing to wrap your head around, but it needs addressing, you guys. I had to remove some comments last night. This gal on the channel is usually just light and bright and says these beautiful things, and she had some kind of an unexpected tower moment happen with her masculine. And kind of like the talk yesterday, she was done, and then she starts ranting with all of these comments, really negative comments, calling him a coward and stuff like that. I don't tolerate that kind of stuff here on this channel. If you're going to talk like that about your masculine or feminine for that matter, it's going to get deleted. And maybe you too, depending on the situation. This is why I talk about you guys having other options as well. So you guys don't put all your eggs in one basket, because these masculines can be kind of unpredictable sometimes. And you cannot control it. You cannot control them. But the fact never changes. You are the one that they truly love. You are the love of their life. That never changes. No matter who they marry or what kind of curveball they throw you or what they're doing or what kind of life they're leading with some karmic, it is fake. And they know it. A big part of them knows it. So this is not unrequited love. They definitely love you too. But they sometimes will choose another path. Maybe they get somebody pregnant, or maybe they get a lot of pressure from their family and they cave. But first off, it feels like it's your business because you're so invested in it, but it's really none of your business what they do. Number two, they have free will to choose whatever they want. Number three, you should love them unconditionally no matter what they do. Number four, if you're spiritually growing, like I always suggest on this channel, then you'd say, oh, a door just closed. That means another must be opening. You'd get excited in a way. And I'm not saying that lightly. I just actually had one of those tower moments happen yesterday. A sudden unexpected change happened. My 2.0, not to put you on blast, nobody knows who you are anyway, a very select few, but he has been following me for a while, and I've known that. I've seen it in the cards. I actually happen to know that as well. Don't ask me how I know that, because I'm not going to tell you, but I know that. And he just announced he's getting married. And what was puzzling for me is just yesterday, I was looking at my 4.0, because that's the one, he's my man. He's my man as far as I'm concerned. I was already feeling bad for the 2.0 and 3.0 when they come circling back around, because I was like, my heart's with 4.0, who is more and more feeling like, I haven't resonated with anybody else like I have him. We talk in the 5D all the time. It just feels like it's just always felt like we're already together. It's really cool. It's an awesome feeling, no matter what he's done. Anyway, so 2.0, announces he got engaged. This big grand gesture, and you guys. I've seen you guys go through this moment, okay? I've seen you guys like, oh my gosh. And you put all the eggs in that guy. If I'd been waiting on this guy the whole time, perhaps I would have been shattered. I don't know. And he's been watching my channel, so he knows I've moved on. But it was shocking, because I had just looked at his cards yesterday, because Spirit kept inundating me. 818, 118, 1118, 888. It was like all these 8s and 1s, and that's him. So it's like I have all these syncs with all the different masculines. There's not that many of them. But, you know, at certain times I get all these signals and stuff. So I knew to look. I knew something was up, and I don't look at his cards very often. I just knew that he was, you know, watching me a lot. So yes, while he was in this relationship building up to engagement, he was watching me, you know, and they do that. They do that. So what happened was, yeah, I looked at his cards yesterday. I was like, okay, I should, and sometimes I'll look just to see if something's about to happen. So I have a heads up, you know, especially when the universe was trying to get me to look. So I look at the cards and they show that he is like he is just wanting to rush to me and tell me his truth and tell me how much he loves me and just like spill it all. And he was like having one of those valiant moments, like, I'm going for her, I'm going to tell her, I'm going to, all of this stuff, right? Then he goes and proposes to someone else hours later, probably. I don't know the timing of it all. Then I was like, okay, now I'm really curious. What do his cards look like now that I saw that and I blocked him? I mean, I don't block lightly. You know, I always talk on my channel, like, don't do that, you know, but I was like, nope, yeah, I'm not, no. And he kind of had a freak out over me blocking him. And then I looked at his cards just to see what he was going through with that whole thing. And he felt all this guilt and he felt like really scared, like he'd lost me. You know, he went through all this stuff and then bounced right back to wanting to rush in and tell me he loves me and to like switch track. He has been, and this, the reason that has caught me off guard too is all along he's looked like he wants to leave her. So his heart and the truth of the matter is that he wants to leave her, but he's living a lie. And he's actually like proposed to her. And I'm like, what the hell? This is like the ultimate in cognitive dissonance. Only it's like I don't know what people are thinking. And this has happened to you guys as well. But I didn't get all pissed off. I mean, I was like, you know, I judged him for a minute. I was like, are these guys stupid? Like, he knows he watches my stuff. He knows he's marrying somebody that's not good for him. Take any labels away. He knows he's settling. And trust me, you guys, these divine masculines know that they're settling. I have conversations with them all the time and they admit it. They know it. Some of them do it for money. Some of them do it for, you know, whatever they do it for. So I rode that little roller coaster for a moment, just like, gosh, these guys are just so stupid sometimes, you know, speaking about him and all of the masculines who've done this. And we know about that one, I call her my New York girl just went through this. I've been telling her all along for like probably a couple of years, like, oh, he's madly in love with you. And she's like, but he's marrying someone else. And I was like, I don't know how to explain it or why they do that sometimes, but it's really dumb because why would you invest in something, especially a long-term thing like that, and go up and make your vows in front of the church and all your family and friends just to be an imposter? Why would you do, you know? So it's like, but I just kept insisting the cards are right, right? And she was just like, I don't know anymore because he married that girl, right? And I was like, I think she faked a pregnancy or something. They do that too. Man, karmics are so tricky. They will do anything. They will lie right to your face. They'll have somebody else's baby and say that it's yours and all this stuff to try to keep you, right? So anyway, so this happened and I just watched because I love learning about the tarot and I love seeing real life circumstances shown in the cards and vice versa and everything. So I thought, okay, he's feeling defensive right now. Still wants to come and rush in and talk to me. Can't get me off of his mind, but he's ignoring me. You know? Wants to talk to me, wants to reciprocate, wants the end of a difficult period he's stuck in. You know? So I'm tempted to do a spread just to show you guys, like a guy who freshly got married. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because you guys don't know who he is anyway. It's not like you guys are gonna do anything about it or anything, and I wouldn't want you to anyway. And I'm trying to be an example to you guys too of not being upset. I'm actually glad because it's like he's not the one I wanted to be with anyway. I would have considered him if he came back around and was like really hard on his sleeve or something, if he was really sincere and authentic with me and he really saw what he had done and really wanted to like repent in their language. But you know, he's a stubborn one. He's a stubborn one. So good, because then I don't have to feel really bad, and I wouldn't have felt bad anyway, you know, going with my guy. But now I'm just like, okay. And if 2.0 doesn't want to look right now, you probably shouldn't look. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. I'm just telling you, you know, you just have to keep your options open because you just never know what they're going to do. You really don't ever know. And you can't, I mean, they are looking like they're coming in your direction full speed ahead. And just sometimes they get scared and run. See, walking away from that situation and breaking up. That's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. So he's not walking away from me and breaking up from me because we don't even have anything. We haven't talked for 2 years. So that's not me. That's not me, guys. We have like no interaction, no relationship whatsoever at all. If anything, I broke up with him by blocking him. You know, if anybody walked away, it was me. Because I was just like, I don't want to watch his stuff anymore. I don't even want to have anything. I don't want any reminders of him. I don't even, no. After you do something like that, forget it. That's called a locked and bolt door. You don't want to even, like, whatever made him make that decision to marry that person, even though he really wants to go the other way, that is not the kind of man you want to marry, you guys. That is not the kind of man you want to have. Okay, you want a man who's certain about you and isn't thinking about somebody else when they're getting married to you. I feel bad for him because he's going to be thinking about me the whole time he's married to her. But, you know, he chose that bed to lay in for whatever reason. Like, it was that people pleasing must be really, really important. That religion or that whatever it is must be real important. And you know, we have those situations too where you know there's the pregnancy thing, and that's a tough situation. That's why they love doing that. That's why they love getting pregnant, because you're like forced. You know what I mean? But even then, it's like, I mean, if that were me, I'd just be like, you know, you got pregnant on purpose. I'm out. And I would do what I could to take care of that child, but I would not give in to somebody who manipulated me into doing something like that. No way in hell. And they know you're trying to leave them. And they trick around every corner and they try everything they can to try to trick you into staying. But if I were manipulated like that, I wouldn't have anything to do with it. I would not reward it because that's rewarding it. Giving them what they want? Hell no. After they did that? No. No. Okay, so okay. Hang on a second, because I want to feel into him for a minute. How is he feeling about me right now? How is he feeling about me right now? In the 3D. How's he feeling about me right now when he just got engaged yesterday? Or just announced it? How does he feel about me right now, please? Mind you, this is a guy who just proposed, okay? I haven't even gone through the cards yet. Here we go. Oh, he's gonna be so embarrassed. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy on this man. Okay. Okay. Okay, so okay. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups, the Nine of Coins, and the Ten of Cups. Underneath that's the Hierophant, okay? Ultimately, the guy wants to be marrying me. He's in love with me. He considers to me to be compassionate, emotionally mature, very loving, would make a good mother to his child, probably to him too. I don't know. He thinks I'm flourishing, that I'm single, that I really don't need anything, you know, that I'm just like fine being on my own. He may want to travel with me. And I'm single and flourishing, is basically, and successful. Nine of Coins. 10 of Cups. He believes me to be his happy family. He believes that I hold the fulfillment of his heart. He loves me very much. Hierophant wants to commit, get married. I'll show you the cards, I guess. Wants to commit, get married, is learning a lot right now. This is also religious factors. But all very, very happy cards. No negativity here whatsoever. The man wants to marry me. Okay? What he's thinking about is he's got massive conflict going on in his mind right now. He is very conflicted. He wants the end of a difficult time in having betrayed me. And he wants victory having done that. He wants to actually he wants to change the situation up and feel victorious in having done so. What he's feeling in his heart, he's spying on me, probably watching this video. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but come on. I mean, this is such a great, that you provided a wonderful lesson. Thank you. Seriously. Okay, so he wants to talk to me, believes I'm a gift from God, wants to make commitment happen with me, wants some kind of an opportunity, marriage proposal. He wants to have proposed to me, but couldn't do it. For one, I'm not in his state. He went with the one that's right there. And then sunshine, happy, healing, wants to heal the situation between us. Feels giddy like a little kid when he's around me, and I've seen it. You know, in his actions, he's very dissatisfied ignoring me. And he wants victory. He wants to talk to me. He's got clarity that I am that gift from God. And he's thinking to become husband material, or that he is husband material for me. He feels like he's got the Midas touch and he can actually make that happen. In his overall space, he wants to break up with that other person. She might be a Queen of Swords. She could be like one of those people who just like boss him around and just ice queen and just really like demanding and all of that. And he's brokenhearted. He's brokenhearted over me. He's broken up. Maybe she told him, you're going to propose or I'm gone. Like, or you propose or I'm going to do this terrible thing. Whatever it is, like she was like this about it, like totally unemotional and detached. And he's breaking up with her because it's breaking his heart what happened with me. And he wants to, you know, he wants to break up and start healing his heart even. And healing, he wants to come and reconcile with me and heal the situation and heal what he just did. In the future, he tries to figure out a way, feverishly, he tries to figure out a way to get past all the turmoil and the conflict with people's opinions, and wants to figure out a way to work with me, either collaborating or just being in a partnership. Wants to fight off any suitors, wants to fight off, like, that's a lot of fight right there. So he's going to struggle and fight to figure out a way to essentially like come together. And he wants things to go very, very quickly. And with that Ace of Coins, probably to propose. He's probably you know, but once you announce it, how do you go back on it? You know what I mean? That's the tricky thing. If you know, somebody didn't think that through very well. And as a side note from the universe, he wants justice for us, and he wants to heal things. He wants to make right by me, and he wants to like cut that person away. And he's already talking divorcing and breaking up with that person, and he's wanting to create balance between us, and wanting things to go forward in a really balanced way and in a really powerful, like unstoppable way. Okay, so that's the truth of the situation. That's the truth of the situation. So they do this, you guys. And when you go on rants and raves, hating him or making all these comments or getting all pissed off and all of that stuff, you guys are just flat out being childish and immature. And you're being conditionally loving. You're saying that if he gives me what I want, he wants joyful times. He wants joyful times with me. He's learning right now. He wants achievement and success in a traditional relationship with me, but obviously has limitations. He's moving on and escaping. He plans to make a sudden change, sudden progress and change. He wants a beginning and a fresh start with me. A spiritual love relationship. Legal matters. Maybe he needs to break a contract with her. He's preparing for a change. He's going to take a stand, and he's going to go through major transformation. Okay. So don't, just like that New York girl, like he went and married that woman. I think they'd only been married like a couple of months, and his cards were already showing that he wanted to leave that woman, just like this one. A couple months into the marriage, he's desperately like calling and texting her, apologizing for having done that, and just being like desperate to get to her. Like, I really want to be with you. I really, I really made a mistake. I know that I went the wrong direction. And he's like begging and pleading and saying how much he loves her. So why do they go, it's just, don't judge it. It's just life's lessons. It's really just, I wouldn't wait. If your guy went and married someone else, I mean, that's, to me, like that's a bolted locked door right there. That's a no. Especially, I mean, once they're married, no, no. Some of you, I mean, well, there are some of you whose masculine has been married for like 20 years, and they chose that person back then, even when they knew you, and you've been heartbroken all this time. And most of you, at least when I talk to you, I encourage you not to be talking to them, or, when someone's married, you just got to respect it, and you just got to back off, which is why I blocked my masculine too, masculine 2.0. And I feel these two cards just stood out. He regrets choosing the wrong lover. He knows that I could have lasted the rest of his life with him, and we could have been really happy. At least he's thinking that. And he's very regretful and very sad over the decision that he's made. He's going to get sadder as time goes by, I hate to say. But, I had already moved on in my heart anyway. So if you're watching this, it's okay. It's okay. I'm glad. I mean, I can't say, what can I say? What can I say about this situation? You chose it, and good for you. Good for you making your own decision. If you did, I don't know if that was actually your decision. That must not have been your decision, but you made a decision. You made a decision, and now you gotta face those consequences, whatever they are. But you'll learn, you'll grow. That's what it's all about, for both the masculines and the feminines. That's all it's really about. We're here to become more unconditionally loving people. And I still love you, and I support you in whatever you are doing. And I am I am your friend. I am your friend, and that will not go away. Well, you know. Your desired outcome will occur in the near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try to force it to happen, you guys, is their point. So don't try to force it. Don't try to don't be, you're not out to get what you want. You're out to grow. You should be on this journey. You should be out to, as with anything in life, anything at all, you don't go around bullying everything and everybody. That person who got all pissed off and called her man a coward, she's a bully. You know, some people like pretend to be all spiritual and understanding and loving and everything, but if you're not living it when in these moments, you're putting up a front. You're protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. So even when you hear stories like this, like, you guys are protected with that person it's meant to be with. What's meant to be with you and for you is not, you're not going to be able to shake it. And some of the feminines think that when these masculines give a big pushback, you know, when they say, you know, whatever they do, it doesn't matter what the pushback is, but you're like surprised or shocked because all the cards looked great. This is a continuation from yesterday, but you know, you're surprised or shocked at the way that it went because it looked like it was going a different direction and you were just kind of, you know, shocked. Oh, children. See, maybe she was pregnant. Your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. So, yeah, that's the thing too. It's like really these divinely guided relationships, these true love relationships, they're also coming together for your children. So, and the universe definitely wants what's best for your children, you and your children. So trust that. Don't get freaked out by stories like this. If this hasn't happened to you yet, don't be like, oh my God, this is going to happen to me now. Oh my God, you know, don't do that to yourself. Because like I said, they always love you. You know, they always come back around for you. You can't shake that kind of a love. But do not hold out. You guys will love again. Consider other options. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, the feminines. The masculines need to. The masculines need to learn to put all their eggs in one basket, and it needs to be the right basket. It needs to be the one that of the person who truly holds their heart. And believe you me, masculines, if you're watching this, your feminine is not, she is a fiercely loyal woman once you have her hand. Once you've made a commitment to your feminine, she ain't going nowhere. She's not like a karmic that's going to cheat on you or do any of that kind of stuff. They haven't had sex for many years, and there's a reason, because they're strong. You are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend because others will soon become inspired by your example. So others may even like try to, you know, I feel like this is for the masculines. Like some of the masculines are breaking free of karmic relationships and they're starting to do really well. Maybe even this masculine started to do really well. Maybe he was feeling empowered and he was about to break up. So she made some kind of a sly move or whatever. Or I mean, who knows what kind of trickery happened. But, you know, some people may get jealous and try to like put you down or take you down or thwart your plans to go be free and to soar and to fly like you really deserve and want to. So just be aware of that, you know, don't descend because others will soon be inspired by your example. Fight for this love. I'm trying to feel like how that would pertain to any feminines. You could be flying high right now, but don't descend. Yeah, some people might be really jealous of your relationship, but don't feel bad because you have such an incredible thing. You're gonna, both of you, true love relationships, whatever you're going through, you're gonna be an inspiring example to others by having enough courage to actually go through with it, to choose each other. I, honest to God, I feel like my 4.0 and I have definitely chosen each other. I just feel that. I don't know. I just feel like there's a loyalty there between us. But anyway, I'm going, Archangel Michael says, I'm with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. So, oh, Celeste, a happy outcome to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. So it's such a funny spot that we have to come to on this journey where you can put your whole heart out there and you work on healing your heart and you work on your spiritual journey, you work on your growth, you build these muscles of self-reliance. The masculines, man, they've just been awakening like crazy lately. They've been stepping in their power and taking a stand and, fighting for the life they truly want. They're doing beautiful things. I'm seeing it all over the place. I'm so proud of them. They're soaring. They really are soaring. And, I'm sure people around them are jealous. They're like, what are you thinking? And they'll probably, poo-poo the plans and say, don't do that, but they're doing it out of jealousy. If they're trying to get in your way, they're just scared and jealous and uncertain as to where the other situation would lead. Because they're fearful people, which is no reflection on you, masculines, that are making progress and doing really well. So just put your blinders on to how anybody's acting about it, and you will inspire them. You will inspire them by going the courageous direction. Don't follow my 2.0's direction. Don't do that. That leads to regret and lots of pain and all of that. Well, he was already going to experience that anyway, because I'm already on like 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. It's like, So, but, make your decisions only based on what your heart truly is leading you to. Don't consider anybody else. Don't let anyone else dictate what you're going to do, guys. You owe nobody you don't owe anybody anything. New romance is imminent, either through a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. So just keep being in a receptive state. If you have a door that closes on you like that, then be like, ooh, next opportunity. What's this going to be? I've only seen it get better. I've only seen like more and more mature or ready or, like, I don't know, just better come through. So you guys don't have to worry and don't, the universe is not limited like that. It's not like you get this one person and you just hold your breath until it happens. Because that's just believing that the world is a really limiting place of lack. You guys are the ones who would get like upset with competition and feel like, oh, there's only so much toilet paper to go around, I got to go buy a whole store. What I'm alluding to there, but it's a lack mentality. If you guys have a lack mentality, you're not going to be a good partner, and you're not going to draw in a good partner either. You got to be like expansive and open and trust that the universe is bringing you your ultimate love. And that just narrows down the options when someone closes the door. It's like, all right, it's like, shoom. It's just a competitor was knocked out, right? Like on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. Now there are only 5 roses out there. Now there are only 3 roses out there. No. So however you want to look at it however you want to, but look at it in a way that heals your heart, doesn't injure it, and doesn't make you want to seek revenge. Oh yeah, gosh, darn, there was this other point that they wanted to make. Oh, let me take a drink. So what they said, they're like, Amy, there is a part of these romantic comedies that you never mentioned in these videos. And I'm like, no, I don't. I do that on purpose because I know how crushed you guys are. And I think those situations with those twin flames and the romantic comedies, those guys have had the back and forth relationships for many years, and their stories are a little different. So I guess it depends on the type of relationship that you've had with your masculine. But you know how I always say they portray, so many women are like, the man has to come after you. You got to go after the man has got to be this valiant knight that shows. It's like, no, it's not a gender thing. I'm trying to tell you guys that. I know a lot of masculines that are female, and they're going through the exact same thing as all the male masculines. So it is not a gender thing. And no, this person does not need to come after you like that. But I will admit or say that in a lot of romantic comedies, it ends with the feminine going after the masculine. Wait a minute. No. Oh my gosh. I'm like looking back. Because usually, yeah, it's usually you guys are funny. Okay, so, all right, so but the masculine is usually a woman, and the male is usually the feminine who's chasing after her. That's why we got to get this stupid idea that the men need to come after the women. It's not that, you guys. So what happens though is the feminine comes after the feminine comes after the feminine comes after, right? Please be with me, please be with me. And the masculine's all, no, I have other things that I need to do. I need to work on my career. I need to do this, and kind of shuns them and whatnot. This happens over and over repeatedly. And then the masculine outright lies to the feminine, or there's some kind of lie that's some kind of confusion or misunderstanding in there. And the feminine has to forgive the masculine and just be like, I still love you, but I'm really mad that happened, kind of pouty. And then by the end, though, it's the masculine that shows up on the door holding the boombox over his head in the rain. I just saw this movie last night. It's the masculine that shows up at the airport to stop the feminine. It's the masculine because by then, the feminine has poured their heart out. They've done everything they possibly can, and they're just completely dry of options. They can't. They've backed completely into a corner, and they're just like, I'm not even going to try anymore. There's no way. I've done everything that I could. So it is the masculine that shows up at the last minute. So I was just going to say, if some of you feminines feel like you have to do something or stop something, then maybe do it. If you feel like totally moved and inspired to do that, maybe you do need to do that. But okay, so I think that it's just that I think the universe was just like, that's just trying to bring my attention to that end part. Because your masculines are going to circle back around and be that valiant knight. You don't have to be. You've already made so much effort with him. It would only make sense that nature would flip at the end. They have to release their exes. They have to release that person. They have to pass the test and release the person who's wrong for them. And maybe with my masculine, no, he never did come to me. He never did come confess. If he would have come to me and expressed his heart to me, and I would have said no, then maybe he'd be marrying the right person right now. Then I'd be really happy for him. I'd be like, dude, that's awesome. Good for you. Right? But he never did. He never did have the guts to come to me and tell me how he felt. So, he did in a way. He did in a way, but not, directly, passing the test kind of thing, to where he could confidently shut that door and lock it and know he's got another option coming through. You guys deserve love. Heal those family issues. You know, I feel like a lot of masculines are doing this. Like they're held back by their family and what they've always been told or taught, or people pleasing with their moms, or, you know, a lot of them have kind of unhealthy things that have gone on with their moms that they need to heal, being, you know, programmed or controlled or whatever. But you're calling in your soulmate because you do deserve love. And they can help you heal. Your true love is going to help you heal. They're not going to make matters worse. They're going to go to the next level with that person that you truly want. Things are going to go to the next level as well. And these old chapters with the exes, those are ending. Here we go. Yeah, what I'm feeling too is that the masculines are realizing their worth. They're realizing their worth and who they do want to go to the next level with. They're talking to their friends, their family, they're getting support. And they hopefully are getting past people pleasing what their friends and family think, in terms of, you know, but more like going to friends who will be supportive of their new venture, you know, going to those who are like, hey, just follow your heart, do what your intuition's telling you, like do what you feel like is going to be the healthier choice, not the choice that necessarily brings in more money, or not the choice that guilt makes you choose, or not, you know, not any obligation, not any of that kind of stuff, or like not doing it because you're going to let somebody down. That is the wrong reason to be with somebody and go that direction, or because it looks good on paper, or because everyone's going to be pleased with it. You know what I mean? I feel like they're breaking past that. A lot of these masculines, and probably a lot of you watching this, have seen that they've got the hangman a lot in a lot of their spreads lately. They're really totally waking up to this whole game, and they're like willing to make the effort. They're willing to make the effort now. And it's even for their child. They're making this decision based on what's best for their child. Good. As they should be. They're breaking past the codependency on the toxic person because they don't want their kid growing up with that type of thing. Aw, soulmate and playfulness. Whoops. So they're going to come to you playful. And they're knowing that it's now safe for them to love. They're feeling safer. So, all right, let's get some higher love cards and let's wrap this up. You guys get the point. You guys get the point. It's like, just trust the universe and stay one with yourself. Be your own best friend. The masculines are taking a stand. They're taking a stand against that temptation to go down the wrong path because they know that you're their soulmate. By that I mean twin flame. There's no twin flame card in here. They know they're going to have achievement and success with you. They're making some major decisions at this time, and they're gonna make a positive sudden change happen. A shockingly wonderful, for whatever you've experienced traumatically, like whatever you have that threw you for a loop, that just tested you. If you've just gone through a tower moment like I just went through, now you're going to have a sudden change for the better in another direction, and your dreams are coming true. So don't worry, just trust. The masculines are at the end of a learning phase in regards to financial matters. Maybe they're learning to let go of money being the main focus. This significant soulmate love relationship is going to have its beginning and fresh start. It's going to give them a fresh start. They have renewed faith, and they might even have their family's support. Maybe their families are backing them up and being like, I just want you to be happy. They really know that you're their soulmate. Union of two souls. Transformation. Feminines, just prepare for change and sudden progress. Don't let the fear be a self-fulfilled prophecy. Trust. Just trust. And if your masculine chooses another path, bless it, close the door, lock it, bolt it, block it, and move on. That's what you do. You don't make it about you. I don't, some feminines will go like, oh my gosh, he chose like somebody because they're prettier, or somebody like the divine feminines will like put themselves down and they'll think that he, went the other direction because of something like that. No. And their love will not change for you. That love will never change. It is always going to be there. It was never about you not being enough. It was always about them feeling like they don't deserve it. That's their biggest issue. And like I said, I've talked to many, 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 many masculines. So it's never about that, you guys. And their love will never die. You've never screwed it up by being too needy, You haven't messed up the best thing that's ever happened to you or whatever. They were just scared and chose another path. Or they were bullied, or they were coerced, or they were tricked, or they were manipulated into it. But it's just another learning lesson for them to learn to break through to doing what they, you get chance after chance after chance to keep learning and growing as a person. So the masculines that go down the wrong path, like the 2.0 just did, they just are going to have another learning experience. They've chosen to have another learning experience, and that's great. Let them do that. But it doesn't mean that you wait around for them. It means that you get excited about a brand new journey. It's just more proof that you've got something really beautiful. And I'm looking outside, and it's the most beautiful day out. It's sunny. It's like 70 and blue skies, white puffy clouds. It's a gorgeous day full of hope, renewed faith. I know that I deserve love, as you guys should as well. I don't put myself down when this happens. I don't question the cards. I know the cards are telling me the truth because they show all the ups and downs, that they go through. I mean, it showed that he felt really guilty doing that last night. So don't doubt yourselves. Don't doubt the connection you have with this person, but don't wait around either. So just have faith that the one that is meant for you is going to show up in your world, and he is going to express himself, and he's going to be ready. This man's going to be ready. All right, you guys have a beautiful day. Definitely reach out to me if you need my support. Comment underneath the video. You can contact me on WhatsApp. A lot of you are doing that, and we're kind of bouncing things off of each other there too. So have a beautiful day, and guess I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Okay, so this is the postscript to this video. Okay, somebody just sent me something in Instagram, I think it was. And I started to read it, and I was like, oh, I think this actually pertains. Some of you are going to need to hear this, so I just got back on here to read this to you, okay? All right. Letter to the Divine Feminine from the Wounded Masculine. I know that words can never heal the wounds we have created, but on behalf of men everywhere, I want to say that I'm sorry for everything. The harassment, the abuse, the rape. I can't even begin to imagine the pain we have inflicted upon you. Centuries of oppression, pain passed down through generations. Your voices silenced, your bodies shamed, your hearts assaulted. All of pain and all of the wounds we have created have come from our own. The wounded masculine. If you close your eyes, you'll see it. Thousands of little boys with thousands of hurting hearts, staring out into the darkness, afraid, hurting without being able to voice our pain, crying without being able to show our tears, asked to stand strong and toughen up. So we bottle up our anger, store our confusion, repress our emotions. And these little boys, lost and confused, are raised with this conditioning. And with no space to share and process their pain, they hold it in, stored on a cellular level and wanting to be expressed, but it's not. So it remains stuck and it builds up within. And as fear-based emotions stew within, they molded to fear-based actions, anger, abuse, violence, and eventually they are released in a rage of fury upon the women of the world. And this deafening silence is passed down from fathers to sons, one generation after another, but it stops here. It's time for us as men to put an end to the oppression and provide the divine feminine with the pure, unconditional love that she deserves. The only way we stop inflicting these wounds is to heal our own. And as the wounded masculine heals, oh, Kyle Gray just posted something. That was kind of cool. That was a little angel's wink. And as the wounded masculine heals, the divine masculine steps forward out of the shadows and into the light. It's time for us to heal that which has been hidden, to nurture that which has been neglected, to speak that which has been shamed, calling forward all men to acknowledge the pain and hurt which has moved them to hurt others, and inviting them to step into a space where we share and express and heal this pain. A safe space where we truly listen and lead with love, not fear, so we can finally replace all the anger and abuse and violence it's been causing and transmute it back into the only truth, love. And as we heal our pain and come back to love, we finally provide the space for the divine feminine to heal the wounds that we have inflicted upon her. As we heal together, we rise together. Now, this wasn't talking about love relationships, but you guys get the idea. Like, this is what causes these masculines to run from love. They don't know how to deal with their emotions. They don't know how to stand up against what they were conditioned to do, what they were programmed to do by society, by their mothers, by their fathers. You know, their idea of the right thing to do is a lot of times the wrong thing to do because they're not listening to their heart and their intuition. They're listening to rules and regulations made by man, made to control for someone else's benefit. So masculines, learn to question everything and learn some tools on how to deal with your emotions. And your divine feminine is the one to help you heal that. So reach out to her. Get up the courage and talk to her. You know, some of you are in communication. You've been in communication for years, and that's ideal. You know, that's ideal that you guys can go bounce things off of each other and kind of learn and grow through the years until you get ready, until you are ready. Some masculines are ready now. Some masculines are about to come forward. And you guys have a lot to look forward to and a lot to heal, even in each other. And, you know, feminines have been pretty, with the Me Too stuff, you know, they've been through a lot too. We are here to heal each other. We are here to come together and help each other heal, you guys. We don't need any more aggressiveness. We don't need feeling sorry for ourselves and being victims. That is how we keep perpetrating this ill behavior in ourselves and others. So don't be disempowered by believing that you're a victim. Heal it with one another. Have compassion for one another. Unconditionally be there for one another and love ourselves the same way so that we can do that for them. Okay. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Hey, if you like my videos, please share, subscribe, and set your bell notifications on so you'll know the moment they come out. Also, don't forget that you can go to my website and order a personal reading at amysatori.com/services. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.